hanging out in the Weather Center this afternoon with meteorologist Jacob Dickey. What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just another day in paradise, right?
That's right. Another day closer to Thanksgiving.
That's right. Are you excited for it?
I'm always excited for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I love the holidays. So.
Yeah, they're great. You got all this great food, and sometimes you want to take advantage of the weather and get outside, don't you?
Well, exactly. So I think that's our first question. Should we dive right in?
Sure, why not?
Okay, first up, what does the Thanksgiving weekend forecast look like? Is it too soon?
No, it's not. We can kind of big picture and kind of give some.
Okay.
I can't give you an exact number at this point. That'll probably come tomorrow, and then we're looking at the weekend that follows here. So first off, let's look at the overall picture. The outlooks that are extended here, 6 to 10 day outlook, does look wetter than normal. We're going to start next week wet, and then probably have a little dry time, and then eventually get some more wetness around there. There's the 6 to 10 day outlook for the start of next week here. We're looking warmer than normal, but there are some changes as we get to the 8 to 14 day. First, it still looks fairly wet, an active pattern settling on in, so we'll likely have more chances for some showers, some precipitation around here. Here's the difference, though. Look at our 8 to 14 day outlook now, and this goes from November 21st through November 27th. Right around that weekend here, that colder air is going to eventually spill on into the region. That will play a role in things for us here. Our early look at Thanksgiving Day itself, we think is going to probably settle in the 40s for highs, lows in the 20s. It'll be cooler than average. We do think also it probably will trend a little drier during Thanksgiving Day, but I think at some point during the weekend, probably maybe that Saturday, Sunday has the better chance to be a little more wet around there. We're looking at the whole picture with that. One thing I want to show you, first off, folks are probably saying, what if I'm traveling? What about elsewhere? What if I'm going? First off, your WCI3 weather app will follow you anywhere. Number two, come to our Winter Weather Center. If you're worried about conditions locally on roads, if there's any winter weather, you're driving, we've got that. We've got radar there. We've got some graphics to outline the impacts and risks for you. Of interest, I think these are probably the ones where more people than not would be more interested to see. How about travel impacts? We even got it updating constantly around the country for you here, Heather. So you can see here, those graphics rotate on through, updating routinely. Where are those travel trouble spots? So
it looks like Florida may have some issues.
Yeah, and this is over the next few days here. So that'll update as it gets closer and closer, so you can figure out, hey, if I'm going to the airport or I'm flying somewhere, maybe I'm seeing more impacts traveling or by driving with that. So that's available on our website.
So handy to have the link to the website or the app. Let's go to question number 2. Okay. I feel like we're going to have to channel our inner Judy here on this question.
Judy gets the woolly worms. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
My persimmon seeds cut open have looked like spoons inside of them. What does that mean? Yeah,
so I had somebody message me this past week, and they said, I got spoons. Isn't that bad?
I think spoons, I would rather see a spoon than a knife.
Would you? You're probably right about that. If you don't know, this is what the seeds can look like when you open it up there. You see how there's that round shape? In particular, this is the spoon shape for that. And the old legend goes, you get a knife, a fork, or a spoon. If you get a knife, it kind of looks like a blade in there. Then the knife is for the icy winds that will cut you. The cold air will cut you there. A fork is more mild weather, and then a spoon is supposed to look like a shovel, like you're shoveling snow. And I have seen a lot of spoons in the forecast. Let me rephrase that. I've seen a lot of spoons in the seeds. We'll see about the forecast and how that plays out there. But that's something that's interesting to look at. Of course, we've seen some others. We've seen some knives and we've seen some forks. But it feels like the spoons have been more prevalent this year.
Just something to keep in mind.
Something to think about, yeah.
Maybe that goes along with Kevin's winter weather forecast.
It does.
Let's hit our last question, because we're about out of time here. And it is, what is our local winter forecast for this year? Yeah.
So I can guarantee this. It will be colder this winter than it was this summer. Right?
Okay.
There's spoken number 1. Number 2 here, I want to talk to you about our winter weather special. It's actually going to air tonight at 6:30 on WCIA3 News. The Wednesday night, we've been talking about this. We'll have stories about winter weather, travel, things of that. In addition, then you can see Kevin's full winter weather forecast for what this year will bring. And Heather, I can say with certainty that his forecast is colder than what the summer looked like.
Ooh, okay, what I was going to ask is, did you two agree on the winter
Yeah,
weather
we kind of talked about it. I think we're all on the same page with how things look here. What was Judy's woolly worm forecast?
Milder than normal, but maybe a burst or 2 of snow.
Yeah, we'll see how things look there.
We'll see.
You always get a burst or 2 of snow in the winter, don't you?
We're only hoping for it on Christmas, though. So, all right. Well, thank you so much.
Tonight.
6:30 tonight. Set your DVR, and we always appreciate hanging out with Jacob. If you have a question for him, there's the different ways you can do that, and we will visit with him again next week.